بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. And this is a new episode for the التعبير القرآني series that we have been doing for a while now. And yesterday we did a few things. We finished page 12 and we also did some reading of so far what we have done since the beginning of the chapter to page number 12. And basically, right now, the author, again, he's just trying to prove the fact that the expressions of the Quran are so beautiful, so deliberate, so intentional. So the placement is deliberately done, precisely done. It's a miracle, basically. That's the whole point of what the author is trying to do with this book. He's trying to not really convince you, but trying to show you evidences of what makes the Quran a superior speech and what makes it the perfect speech of Allah, and how all that comes together. And he had reached a place where he was comparing words and how words are used in different situations in the Quran, how Allah specifically uses a particular word for a particular situation. And we had talked about rih and riyah, and then we talked about ghayth and matar, and today inshallah we're talking about al-uyun and al-a'yun. So that's where we are. Whoever wants to participate or read, you can raise your hand, you can unmute yourself, and we can see how far we can do this, inshallah. All right, so we have Fawzia. I think we have Sauda as well.
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay, so should I go on with this?
Yeah, you can begin. Let's see. So, because it's not really a difficult passage, let's see if you can do up to this point, and then Fawzia can do this next part, inshallah.
Okay, Sister Fawzia will do the translation.
No, she can do the next part. It's okay. I think we
Okay.
have enough time. Yeah.
Okay, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ومن ذلك ما اختص به القرآن الكريم.
Read that part again.
Right? ما اختص.
Yes, ماضي فعل ماضي مختصة.
ومن ذلك ما اختص به القرآن الكريم في
به
به القرآن الكريم.
Why do you think Al-Quran is nasab?
Because it's the detail of اختص.
And then what is the dua of ikhtassa?
It's هو then. Okay.
Referring to who?
Okay, اختص come or to arrive. Or
No, ikhtassa means to distinguish.
Okay.
Did you?
Okay,
You want
and
to try
what
again?
ما اختص به القرآن الكريم في استعمال العيون والأعين.
الاستعمال
استعمال العيون. Because here it's a مضاف مضاف إليه. والأعين فلم يستعمل عيون إلا العيون الماء.
لعيون الماء.
Okay. وقد وردت كلمة في القرآن الكريم في 10 مواطن كلها بمعنى عيون الماء.
Could you read go back to في القرآن الكريم في 10
في 10 مواطن Oh, it's a why it's مواطن?
Because it's sorry, what did you say?
It's a broken plural?
Yes, it is a broken plural and it's ممنوع من الصرف.
Okay. كلها بمعنى عيون الماء من مثل قوله تعالى. في جنات وعيون وقوله في ظلال وعيون.
Good. So the only thing maybe I could point out is كلها because مواطن is في محل جر. So in
Okay.
as much as it is not لفظا, it is منسوب. We write it مواطن, but it's actually في محل جر. So كلها, it doesn't have a problem taking a kasra, so it takes on a kasra. So it would be مواطن كلها.
Okay.
All right, good. All right. You want to try and translate that? You don't have to be accurate.
Because okay. And from that, what has been distinguished, or what the Noble Quran has been distinguished, في استعمالي, in doing the عيون والأعين.
Usage. So استعمال, we can say in the usage. استعمل, to use.
Okay. To use the word عيون and أعين. فلم يستعمل, and it did not use عيون except as عيون with water. Means you're gonna translate the عيون as it has to do with water.
Yeah, except for the springs of water. So عيون الماء, the springs of water.
Okay. Okay, what would be the correct translation? فلم يستعمل عيون إلا عيون الماء.
So he did not use العيون, the word عيون. He did not use العيون. You can even say that this word العيون is sort of like in a protected quotes. So he did not use العيون, the word العيون, إلا لعيون الماء, except for the springs of water.
Okay.
So we mentioned that the word عين has two meanings, right?
Yeah.
It has two meanings. One meaning is an eye, like where you used to see. So the eye. And then the other meaning is a spring. Okay? It's a spring.
Okay.
Now the Quran, and both plurals are okay. You can use عيون and you can use al-a'yun. Both plurals are okay. But the Quran is very specific. He's saying لم يستعمل العيون. Allah did not use al-uyun except when he's referring to springs. And he did not use al-a'yun except when he's talking about the eyes. So Allah, even the plurals, he distinguished. Like, you know, we can use them interchangeably. Al-a'yun and uyun. You can use al-a'yun for springs as well. In Arabic, it's fine. But Allah separated. Is like, when I'm speaking about springs of water, I'm going to use al-uyun. When I'm going to speak about ayn, the for seeing, I'm going to use a'yun. In the Quran, that's how Allah distinguished. That's what he's saying. All right. So you can continue.
Okay. وقد وردت كلمة في القرآن الكريم. And the word ورد.
So the word al-uyun, you can say is used in the Quran. Warada, it means to come. It came. So the word
So the word
al-uyun
عيون came in the Noble Quran في 10 مواطن. In 10 مواطن means I don't know.
Oh, wait, I made a mistake, didn't I? This is not the tawkid. I thought this was tawkid, so that's why I made. This is, I think, mubtada. So كلها, you were right. I think you read it كلها, I'm not so sure. Oh, you said
Yes, كلها.
Yeah, it's a mubtada. Yeah, it's not tawkid there.
So it's كلها?
Yeah.
Okay. And the word عيون came in the Quran في 10 مواطن. مواطن means?
Places. موطن is a singular, a place or a situation. مواطن, places.
In 10 places?
كلها
بمعنى and each and every of it are with the meaning of springs of water. من مثل, like in the example قوله تعالى, in which Ta'ala said في جنات وعيون, in the gardens and vineyards or springs. وقوله في ظلال وعيون, and in cool shades and springs.
Yes. would كلها ببدل of 10 places. Yes.
It's actually Sifa.
As a Sifa. What's happening? You know, I'm a bit, yeah, this thing is confusing me. That's why I keep, my head
Remember
is,
in MSA, when kulluha comes after, so asharati mawatina, is that,
oh yeah,
that
it's nakira, mawatina is
right?
nakira. So
And then
that's gonna be
kulliha, maybe, because it's the
the
sifa of
sifa.
asharati. Yeah, it's kulli. I think it's kulli.
في القرآن الكريم في 10 مواطن.
All of them.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be sifa.
Yeah, I mean,
It could
you
be sifa.
can say, yeah.
Yeah, sifa makes sense. Yes, you're right. Yeah, I know in my head it was kasra, and then I got confused. I was like, wait, it sounds like the sentence is stopping there. Sounds like starting a new sentence. What's happening? So yeah, I got confused there a little bit. Yeah, kulliha sounds right, and it's a sifa.
It's a sifa for عشرة.
10 مواطن.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Ilham, can you please explain how is it sifa and the translation from kulluha till the end?
Okay. So maybe. Sorry, is there anything else?
Yeah, because ha is proper, but I remember it has to be sifa because that's how. I don't know, maybe.
I'm also confused, to be honest, guys. I don't know. I feel like kulluha, you can read it as kulluha if you're starting a new sentence, but if you're connecting it to the previous one, then it's going to be which all of it, or which all of them are in the meaning of springs of water. القرآن الكريم فيه 10 مواطن. Yeah, I think a sifa makes sense, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
okay.
only other thing female is kalimatu, right? Kalimatul uyun. So that makes kalimatu proper. I'm just confused why it's
No, it is going
back.
back to it is going back to the, what is it going back to? The ha.
Mawatin. It's going back to mawatin.
Yeah.
There are two ways you go to kullu. Either you can attach it with the ism as an idafa formation, or you can detach it and you can bring the ism in this form of a pronoun. So the construction can be both the ways. So, but it is linked to the noun before it.
Yeah.
So it's like 10 places, all of them.
Yeah. So the question then, is it a sifa or is it a mubtada?
Yeah, when you detach it, then it becomes a sifa. Otherwise, it is usually like an izafa construction. But since we have ashra over here, so it has been detached.
I think I'm forgetting something here. There's normally a qawaid here, and I'm forgetting because with the ha normally comes back. I'm forgetting this rule.
Yeah, the attached pronoun actually goes to the ism, to
Yeah.
which the kullu is describing. So we did it in EMSA also, a detail of that.
Yeah, so is it mawsuf sifa? So is it kulliha? Is that what we
Yeah,
do?
it is
Is it kulluha?
when you detach it and you join it with the pronoun, then it acts as a sifa.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I did
remember
the
that too. But so
Yeah.
because mawatina is broken plural, so the ha is referring to that.
Yeah.
I just got confused because ha is proper, but then maybe that's not
No, with the
possible
aid,
in this. Yeah.
yeah, it's not really relevant when it comes with the
Yeah.
aid. Yeah. because the عائد will only refer to whatever comes before. So if it's a broken plural, it's going to be singular feminine. If it was موطن, for example, which was a masculine word, it would be كله.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I need to revise this.
There's
Right.
no
The
mother
pronoun
now.
can be anything. It is not ha, who, whom. It can be whom also. So
Yeah.
it can be anything. Anything related to the noun that
Yeah.
is before it.
It's chapter 15 of EMSA,
Hmm.
and it is on page
And
300.
yeah, we did.
Yeah, page 300. And the
Hmm.
example here is تعلمنا كل جمل الدرس. We learned all the sentences of the lesson. And the other way they wrote it is تعلمنا جمل الدرس كلها. We learned all the lessons of the all the sentences of the lesson. This is on page 300 in EMSA in
Kulla.
chapter chapter, I'd say chapter 15.
Okay, good. I guess that's a point for revision. Personally, I'm gonna have to check that out because honestly I forgot everything about this. I haven't come across the usage of kul other than tawkid in a long while. So I think I need to do that. But yeah, thank you guys. I think that makes the most sense, obviously. And even when I was reading it in my mind, kulliha made more sense than any other way. So that's why I corrected it the first time, and then the second time I was like, what's going on? Anyway, I confused myself. But yeah, so let's start from the beginning. ومن ذلك جار مجرور متعلق to something. We don't know what it is, so we need to look ahead. ما اختص به, so this ما موصولة, so it's studying something else. So this whole part, we can say it's the مبتدا, or to من ذلك, right? And from that is this. So from that is this, something like that. And then inside that, خبر is of course جملة فعلية. Well, it's a ما موصولة plus صلة الموصول, and then the صلة الموصول is a جملة فعلية. This is فعل ماضي. The فاعل is هو, so we look outside. Is there something that could be رفع? And after it, Al-Quran al-Karim seems to be the doer here. So it's the Quran that it distinguishes it, doing the distinguishing. Okay, so that's our fa'il. And then اختص به, we know this comes together. So this به is married to اختص, so that comes to that. That's متعلق to that. And then في استعمالي, في جار مجرور استعمال مجرور, يعني في حرف جار استعمال مجرور متعلق to اختص, and then استعمالي مضاف, العيون مضاف إليه, والأعين it's معطوف to that. I think this part is pretty much clear. There's not a lot of complications
Sister,
happening there. Yeah.
ومن ذلك is متعلق بالخبر to ما, right?
Yes.
ما it's from ما till والأعين. أعين, it is the مبتدا.
Yes, في محل رفع.
Okay, this is مبتدا and متعلق بالخبر is ما من ذلك.
Yes. Just let me confirm something. I need to confirm this kind of ما موصولة. Is that an اسم or a فعل? It's been a while. When did we learn this? Advanced نحو اسم موصول and it's صلة. No, is it here really? أنواع ما, I think. So hard to know all this stuff. Yeah, ما موصولة is an اسم, so it's going to be a مبتدا. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Oh, what happened? Okay. Here we are back. Yeah, so we figured that first line. فلم, it could be استئناف, it could be عطف. لم, we know لم is the harf of جزم. when it comes with مبتدأ with مضارع. So this is going to be ولم يستعمل. It's going to make it مجزوم. And then يستعمل is our فعل. The فاعل is هو, the inside pronoun. There's nothing that looks like a فاعل outside. So the inside pronoun هو. And then يستعمل ماذا? This word العيون, you can have it protected. So, or you can, if you're reading it, you can just put the fatha on it. فلم يستعمل العيون. If you're just reading it continuously, then it becomes the مفعول به. And then إلا is أداة الاستثناء. And then لعيون الماء, this is جار مجرور متعلق to whatever was استثناء, the hidden اسم that is hidden there. Okay. Any questions there? All right. وقد وردت كلمة العيون. So قد, we know قد حرف تحقيق. We leave it alone. وردت is a فعل ماضي, and وردت is here version. So we can look for, either we ask ourselves who's doing the dua. It's here referring to who, we don't know. But when we look ahead, we see كلمة as a term مربوطة here. So this is our outside dua of وردت. And of course, العيون can be protected by the quotes, but if you read it, it's going to be a مضاف إليه. So وردت كلمة العيون, if you're reading it continuously, or if you're reading it as وقد وردت كلمة العيون في القرآن الكريم. في القرآن الكريم جار مجرور متعلق to وردت, and القرآن الكريم موصوف صفة in that sense. And then, so this is our MBF1. And then في وردت في 10 مواطن أو MBF2. Okay. And we already explained مواطن, broken plural. It's ممنوع من الصرف. It doesn't take a كسرة. And then كلها, we said كلها. This is the صفة to 10 مواطن. Okay. Or you can even say the places. Yeah. So these places. In that sense. And then كلها بمعنى جار مجرور.
Kulina will be the same bucket, right?
Yes, so this basically this bucket just keeps continuing because كلها is the صفة to that, and then كلها بمعنى بمعنى, this بمعنى is متعلق to كلها. So you can see that the bucket just keeps continuing, and then بمعنى, this is it comes in the meaning of, this is مضاف. So مضاف بمعنى عيون الماء, this is مضاف إليه, then again مضاف, and then مضاف إليه. So that whole thing is one bucket, and then you have من مثل قوله, the example, from an example of the speech of Allah Ta'ala. So he's giving examples of these 10 places where the word al-uyun has been used to reference uyun al-ma'. All right. So he gives these two examples. Yes.
Can you please explain me كلها بمعنى عيون الماء? How is it one bucket? How is it continuing from since here from في 10 مواطن كلها بمعنى عيون الماء?
So you understand how كلها is connected to مواطن? Is that part clear?
Yes, all of the places, all of those places.
All of it.
Yes.
بمعنى, in the meaning of, in the meaning then of springs of water. So there's an of here and there's an of here, so مضاف مضاف إليه. But بمعنى is jar majroor. So this jar majroor has to be متعلق to something. So it goes back to كلها. So all of it in the meaning of, all of it is in the meaning of. You can look at it that way. So كلها بمعنى.
Oh, whenever the jar majroor comes, it is متعلق to something always.
Yes, always. Always. You cannot just have a sentence with jar majroor. Jar majroor is always متعلق to something, either a khabar or a word that came before it. It could be a fa'il, ism. Yeah, always connected to something.
So then it came, see the word uyun came in the Quran Kareem at 10 places. In 10 places, all of them is the meaning of
in بمعنى in the meaning of.
of all of them are in the meaning of.
Yes, there you go. All of them, you can see, you can put R. You can put R there. All of them are in the meaning of, and that's why I was a bit confused with making this mubtada.
Mhm.
But
Can I
I'll
say
check into that.
something? If we ignore everything and just start from kulliha bi ma'na uyun al ma'i, then kulluha, not kulliha, kulluha is the mubtada bi ma'ni
Exactly.
uyun al ma'i is the khabar of that mubtada, and
Yes.
that sentence is mudaf ilay sifa of asharati, so it becomes kulliha. So that's
Exactly.
why,
Yeah,
that's how they're
that's
all
what's happening
connected.
there. Beautiful. Yeah, that's a good explanation too. Did you get that, Sayyidah Fahima? Or should I explain it again?
No, it's
So
fine.
then it
Mm.
kulluha, right? If you take this as a sentence, then it will become kulluha, right?
Yes. Yes. It will become a
But
sentence.
Yeah, the haraka
but
will change.
no. It is if you think of that as a sentence, kulluha, but because that sentence, the kul is sifatu asharati, so you will read it as kulliha.
It as a sentence. If you take it as a sentence, then kullu is actually part of the sentence. It is not on its individual status. So you will put the harka on the basis of the function that is performing in the sentence. So even if the whole sentence is sifa, then it will become kulluha. And if you take kulluha separately, and then take the haraka of.
Yeah, you're right.
So the haraka will change.
Sister Samia, your voice is breaking. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think Sister Hilam, I think it is better to take this. I think we can take this as a sentence
Yeah.
because
I was thinking that too.
they are falling over each other. You know, this bi ma'ana yunal ma is falling over, or we can do another thing is we can make this dialect to waradat, that how is it showing? It is showing up in meaning of springs. So either we
I
make it
think that would be
mutalik
a
to
bit of a
waradat,
stretch.
then kulluha can
No.
be separate.
We
No?
can't take it as mutalik to waradat because ha is referring to not the kalima al-uyun, is referring to these 10 places.
No, but if you detach this kulliha, it is a sifa. That's a ended statement. Mawatina kulliha.
The ha has to go back to something at the end of the day. So the ha goes
That
back to asharati mawatina and not all the way to waradat.
no. I'm
Not
talking
to
about
kalima.
bimana. I'm talking about bimana or yumnal ma.
Bima'ana has to be attached to kulliha. You cannot detach these two. These two, they're connected. The bima'ana is connected to kulliha. You cannot say that waradat kalimatu maybe you can. But
Why not?
it's specific to this one. But it's specific to this one because he's talking about these 10 places, and all these 10 places have that same meaning. You understand? Yes, you can say that the word uyun has the meaning of uyun al-ma, but he had already said that. استعمل العيون إلا لعيون الماء. He has already said that. But the point that he's trying to drive across is that it actually occurs 10 times, and in these 10 places that it occurs in the meaning of uyun al-ma. All of them. So he's emphasizing the point that he made before. So what we're going to do here, because I need to revise the qawaid on kull, we can put a full stop here and say an imaginary full stop في القرآن الكريم في 10 مواطن, and we say a full stop كلها بمعنى عيون الماء. I think it will make our lives easy.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
Let's look at it that way for now.
Okay.
Please repeat this last sentence.
Okay. So وقد وردت كلمة العيون, and the word العيون came في القرآن الكريم, in the Quran Kareem, في 10 مواطن, in 10 places, full stop. كلها, I'm making it مبتدا, So all of those 10 places, all of them, كلها بمعنى عيون الماء, are in the meaning of springs of water. Clear? I don't know if I was
Yes.
breaking or it was good. Okay, so now after that, after making that claim that this word
This is easy.
appears, yeah, this is much easier. Alhamdulillah.
Okay,
Yeah,
ma'am,
there are
is
no punctuations.
every jar majrur is متعلق to something. So بمعنى is متعلق to كلها, right? So what
Yes.
about the in مثلي?
I think min here, it's also jar majroor.
Yeah.
It could be a second متعلق. But then I think this min is زائدة.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, is زائدة. He's adding more emphasis.
It's a new sentence, right?
If it's a new sentence, then this would be قوله.
It's a new sentence, right?
And the translation would be like from the
No,
example
من مثلي
تعالى.
can't we take it as a new sentence? Please.
We can.
We should. I think we should. So,
Because
قوله
when I read
and then في جنات بدل of قوله.
بمعنى عيون الماء.
His word is an example from this. Or we can say this ayah fi janatin ayun is an example of this.
So this maybe. I'm a bit confused with this word. This word mithil is throwing me off.
Mudaf, then it is min mislu.
Unless this is like a phrase that is used like this, like min mithil is like a phrase. Again, I have to confirm something here. I'm not so sure what's happening there. Min
Like
misli.
give example, right? I mean this, like for this phrase.
Example of that.
Fi janatin ayun. And
Like in
these are from
I don't know if it's
example.
my network or because I'm just hearing I'm hearing a lot of broken sounds. I don't know who's
Yes.
speaking.
Yeah. It's for us the same.
Okay.
I can't hear you.
Sister Ilham,
Yeah.
like in Surah Baqarah, Ustad had explained that if min is there, it gives extra stress or hyperbolize, like min mislihi from something like an example.
Mm-hmm.
है ना?
Yeah.
Something similar
Yeah.
like that. So I was wondering if I could relate to that.
Yeah, that's how I was reading it. Min mithlihi, like from the example or from its example or from his example. That's how I was reading it, like a jar majroor. So min mithli qawlihi, from the example of his speech, ta'ala, is this and this. So I'm looking at it as a jar majroor and not as a new sentence. But I will confirm further. So I need to confirm kulliha, kulliha, and also from min mithl. But I'm really thinking that this min is zaida. It's like an extra. It's like say مثل قوله. If I say مثل قوله, I can say min mithli قوله. But I will confirm this. This part is confusing me a little bit. Okay. All right. So anyway, we can always confirm that. But the idea, we understand the basic idea of what the author is trying to say. It's trying to say that al-uyun, the word al-uyun, appears in the Quran in 10 places, and all those 10 places in which this word appears, it appears in the meaning of springs of water. And he gives two examples. He says, for example, in Surah Al-Hijr, في جنات وعيون, in gardens and springs. And also another example, في ظلال وعيون, in shades and springs in Surah Al-Mursalat. So those are some of the examples he gave out of the 10 where the word al-uyun appears in the meaning of springs of water, in the meaning of springs, basically. All right. Any questions? All right.
Alhamdulillah.
Great. Alhamdulillah. All right. Sister Fawzia, you can do the next part.
Bismillah. في حين جمع العين okay. في حين جمع العين الباصرة. I'm just wondering whether it should be basirata or tan.
What do you think? It has al on it.
Oh. I think my brain has left the building. Okay. I'm still at the min jaida and all that we did.
Yeah, that was confusing.
Bismillah.
Coffee.
في حين جمع العين الباصرة على أعين مثل قوله تعالى الذين كانت أعينهم في غطاء عن ذكري. That's like قوله سهروا أعين الناس وقوله ترى أعينهم تفيض من الدمع. So here he uses the seeing eye for eyes. That's the plural,
yes,
right?
eyes. Yeah.
The saying of the exalted, for example, the saying of the exalted, those whose eyes have been in a cover from my remembrance, that's in Surah Kahf, and his statement, they bewitch the eyes of the people, and his statement, you will see their eyes overflowing with tears.
Yeah, pretty much that's what's happening. There's not really a lot that's happening here. So في حين, whereas this, we talked about this, when he's doing a comparison between two things. So he says وَمِن ذَلِكَ, this, and then في حين, in contrast, or whereas this. That's kind of like how he's explaining things. So he says, whereas he used the plural or jama'a, he pluralized al-ayn al-basira, the seeing eye. So he pluralized al-ayn al-basira, the seeing eye, ala a'yun, in the word a'yun. So when he used the jama' version of ayn, the eye, he used a'yun. Here we saw he used uyun. Okay, that's what he's saying. So مثل قوله تعالى, an example of his speech تعالى is الذين كانت أعينهم. So you see, he's using أعين for eyes, whereas for springs of water he used عيون. الذين كانت أعينهم في غطاء عن ذكري, those whose eyes were covered from my remembrance in Surah Al-Kahf. And also قوله. So here I did both harakat. Why did I do قوله? If you assume this is a new sentence, you're going to say قوله. Yeah. If you assume that this qawl is linked back to this qawl, yeah, if you say it goes back to that, then you're going to make it majroor. So مثل قوله ومثل قوله ومثل قوله. Something like that. But if you assume this is new sentence, full stop, I'm going to put a full stop here, starting a new sentence, and his speech, full stop, and his speech, full stop. So you can do both ways. I think it's fine. So وقوله سحروا أعين الناس, they bewitched the eyes of people. أعين, not عيون, أعين, in Surah Al-A'raf. And then he also gives another example. وقوله ترى أعينهم تفيض من الدمع, you see their eyes filled with water, with water, من الدمع, with what is this? Tears. Oh, subhanallah.
Tears.
Yeah, forgetting the word for tears. Yeah, tears. in Surah Al-Ma'idah. Okay.
Sister Ilham, there is جمع العيني it's a مضاف إليه, right?
This is a ماضي, فعل ماضي. جمع.
Oh, it's not. I thought it's a ism. And whereas he pluralized,
Yes.
is it? Oh,
Yes.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used as okay. He pluralized the ayn. Okay, this is
Yes, he
fair.
pluralized this into this.
Okay, jazakallah khair.
Yeah. Any other questions there? So these are some of the ideas that he's just going to present. So next, he's going to make a comparison between wassa and awsa. And the idea that he's trying to do is what? He's just trying to prove to us or show us that the Quran uses words very specifically. Like it uses ayn in a very specific context, ayun in a very specific context, ayun in a very specific context. And now he's going to go to wassa and awsa, and wassa is going to use it in a very specific context, awsa in also a very specific context, even though they have the same meaning. So that's what he's trying to clarify here or to show us. I don't know should we start the next discussion? What do you guys think? We have some 15 minutes.
I'm all
Maybe
for
one.
it.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? Maybe we can let's try and see if we can do up to here or wherever we can be able to manage. Anybody else wants to read? Okay, or do I ask those who read before? Okay, Afroz. Beautiful. Okay, Afroz, you can read.
Okay. بسم الله. ومن ذلك استعمال وصى وأوصى فكل ما فكل or كل I don't know كل فكل ما ورد فيه من وصى بالتشديد وهو في الدين والأمور المعنوية.
I don't know. I'm a bit confused. I think
or we
فكل
can
ما
do it
ورد.
فكل ما
كل
like
ما. Yeah.
فكل ما ورد فيه من وصى بالتشديد فهو في الدين والأمور المعنوية. وكل ما ورد من أوصى فهو في الأمور المادية.
Okay. Let's figure that out first.
Okay. ومن ذلك استعمال another example of that. Another example of usage.
Yes.
Is wassa usage of wassa and awsa. Right?
Yes.
ومن ذلك متعلق استعمال مبتدا wassa and awsa we can take it مفعول. Then
or استعماله like it could be like you could say مفعول or مفعول. Yeah, we can take it as مفعول or just protected by the quotes.
Yeah, protected. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can take both ways. فكل ما, so this is new sentence. مبتدا كل مضاف ما مضاف إليه. ما it is اسم موصول. ورد صلة الموصول فعل مضارع. sorry فعل ماضي.
ورد.
فعل ماضي. Okay. فيه متعلق to ورد من متعلق to ورد. وصى then again the word وصى بالتشديد another متعلق like it's describing the word وصى like with تشديد, right?
Yes.
With شد.
Yes.
Yeah. فهو في الدين. then new sentence أطف هو مبتدأ في الدين متعلق والأمور المعنوية موصوف صفة عطف معطوف على معطوف to الدين.
Yes.
right. so وكل ما again مبتدأ مضاف مضاف إليه ما موصولة ورد again same structure ورد فعل ماضي من أوصى فهو then again new structure عطف مبتدأ في الأمور المادية متعلق بالخبر.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's actually not a very difficult stuff going on here. So I say وَمِن ذَلِكَ. Remember when he's giving new examples, he will say وَمِن ذَلِكَ, and then when he's giving contrasting information, he's going to say في حين. So وَمِن ذَلِكَ, now that he has done talking about أعين and أعين, he goes into the next point. من ذلك, from that, استعمال وصى وأوصى, the usage of the word وصى and the use and أوصى. Okay, so these two words, how the Quran uses these two words. And then he says فَكُلُّ مَا وَرَدَ فِيهِ مِنْ وَصَّى, and everything that came regarding the word وَصَّى بِالتَّشْدِيدِ, وَصَّى with a shadda. This is how you say, like, he's trying to say wassa with a shadda. You know, when they wrote, like, when they're writing books, normally they didn't even have shadda. Yeah. So when an author wants to say that I'm not talking about wasa, I'm talking about wassa with a shadda, they might just add this and say wassa bit tashdid, because I want you to understand that I'm talking about the word that has a shadda on it. Because books normally they will just write both wassa and wasa. They might just write them like that. Oh, oops, my handwriting just went left. Let's make it a bit identical so that you see what I'm trying to say. So they will just write it like that. Then you don't know the author. Is he saying wasa? Is he saying wasa? What is he saying? So now if the author wants to be very specific and to tell you that I'm talking about the word that has a shadda on it, he's gonna say wasa bit tashdidi, the one that has a shadda on it, or bil fath, the one that has a fatha on it, or bil kasr, the one that has a kasra on it. You understand what how this bit tashdidi is connected? So that's all what the author is trying to say. He's saying, I'm talking about wasa, the one with a shadda. Then كل ما ورد فيه من وصى, everything that has been mentioned regarding wasa with a shadda, then it is in matters في الدين, in matters religious or in religious matters, المعنى والأمور المعنوية, and meaningful matters. So in religious and meaningful matters, spiritual matters, you can even say. Yeah. وكل ما ورد من أوصى, whereas everything that has been mentioned regarding the word أوصى فهو في الأمور المادية, then it is in regards to materialistic matters. Yeah, so when Allah is talking about materialistic dunyawi matters, then he's going to use awsa. But when Allah is talking about spiritual religious matters, he's going to use wassa. Both these words mean to counsel. Yeah, to counsel somebody, to give advice. So when you're giving advice regarding religious, spiritual affairs, Allah in the Quran would use wassa. When Allah is giving advice regarding money and dunyawi matters and materialistic matters, Allah would use awsa. Isn't that beautiful? So immediately you see awsa in the Quran, next time you're reading the Quran, you know Allah is talking about materialistic stuff. When you see wasa, you know Allah is talking about tawheed and religious stuff, yeah, and meaningful spiritual things. Subhanallah. I think we can finish this page because whatever is remaining is just ayat of the Quran. So Afroz, you can, unless there's a question. Is there a question?
Yeah, sorry. So
Go
you
on.
made istamalu as a mudaf, right? And then wasa wa awsa is mudaf ilay in quotes.
Yes.
Is that why you
Yes.
made it like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
And you're saying it's maful because istimal is the masdar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Okay.
Yeah, you can go on.
Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قال تعالى ووصى بها إبراهيم بنيه ويعقوب يا بني إن الله اصطفى لكم الدين فلا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. البقرة. وقال شرع لكم من الدين ما وصى به نوحا والذي أوحينا إليك وما وصينا به إبراهيم وموسى وعيسى وأن أقيموا الدين فلا تتفرقوا فيه.
Does he continue? Oh, it ends there. Okay, Shura. That's
Okay.
Surah
Ashura.
Shura. Okay, exactly. So you can see Allah is saying in Surah Al-Baqarah, He's using the word wassa. And we know the wassa, to give advice when it comes with a shadda, then it has to be with dini matters, religious and matters spiritual. وَوَصَّى بِهَا إِبْرَاهِيمُ بَنِيهِ وَيَعْقُوبُ يَا بَنِي. So this is what Ibrahim counseled his progeny. And also Yaqub did the same thing. So Allah is telling us, this is what Ibrahim and Yaqub counseled or advised their progeny. They said, Ya baniya, my progeny, my sons, Inna Allah astafa lakum ad-dina, fala tamutunna illa wa antum muslimun. Allah has chosen for you Islam. As you can see, it's a religious matter. When we're talking about a deen, it's spiritual and it's dini. So Allah has chosen for you Islam as a religion. فَلَا تَمُوتُنَّ إِلَّا وَأَنْتُمْ مُسْلِمُونَ. Therefore, you better not die except in a state of Islam. Like, you better make sure that, you die as Muslims. In other words, live according to the Islamic principles. So you can see he's advising them with a spiritual matter, with a dini religious matter. And also in another example in Surah Shura, he said, شرع لكم من الدين ما وصى به نوحا والذي أوحينا إليك وما وصينا به إبراهيم وموسى وعيسى أن أقيموا الدين ولا تتفرقوا. So this is the advice being talked about. Basically, Allah shara'a. What is shara'a? Not decree, like to sharia, from the word sharia. You understand? Like the English has escaped my mind. But yeah, sharia, shara'a. We can say obligated, but that's not the right word. Anyway, what Allah has given you. Prescribed. Yes.
Legislated, yeah.
Legislated, that's the word. Yeah, good. Allah has legislated lakum min ad-dini. What Allah has legislated for you in religion, exactly what He legislated to Nuh and what was revealed to you, O Prophet Sallallahu وَمَا وَصَّيْنَا بِهِ Ibrahim, and what we wassayna, see? What we advised Ibrahim and Musa and Isa, what was that? أَنْ أَقِيمُوا الدِّينَ وَلَا تَتَفَرَّقُوا فِيهِ. That you establish the religion and you do not divide amongst each other in it. Like you do not stay away from it. Oh no. Yeah, thank you. It's a good thing you checked Aratus. The word was escaping me. But yeah, that's the idea. So you see the point that Ash-Sha'rawi is trying to make anyway is that wassa, whenever you see the word wassa, it has to do with spiritual matters, meaningful matters, dini matters, right? And then, of course, next week we will see how he compares that with awsa, yusikum Allahu fi awladikum. Now, awlad is not a religious matter. Awlad is a dunyawi matter. Awlad, children, are a thing of dunya. Children are a thing, basically, wealth and children are bundled up together. Yeah, like we did in Surah Al-Taghabun. Don't know if, no, you get different group. Anyway, I did with Surah Al-Taghabun, and we talked about how wealth and children are a fitna for you, and we discussed that. So children are considered part of dunyawi matters and materialistic matters. And that's basically page 13. Are there any questions regarding what Sha'rawi, regarding what Dr. Fadil is saying?
Okay, here in the first line, وَمِنْ ذَلِكَ إِسْتِعْمَالُ وَصَّى وَأَوْصَى فَكُلٌّ مَا وَرَدَ فِيهِ. The ha refers back to the he, sorry. Yeah, that's one.
This one? Okay. فكل ما ورد فيه من أوصى. This who refers back to this is an entry. It goes back to ma.
Means the Quran, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, which goes back to the Quran. Yeah.
Besides this point that he is making with respect to Quran in normal Arabic, is this wasa and ausa interchangeable in meaning?
Yes, pretty much. Yeah,
They
because
are?
they mean the
Okay.
same thing and they're both muta'addi. I mean, you could argue that wasa, because it's family too, it has
Yeah.
that intensity and repeated like action, like you're doing it several times. So maybe somebody could argue that wasa, it's like Allah is using wasa because it's continuous, like your iman is continuous advice. With when it comes to religious affairs, you constantly advise each other, yeah, and constantly remember material, sorry, not religious stuff. But also, it could be just once, like, so maybe somebody
Okay.
could argue that as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So again, these are observations by Dr. Fadil, which of course is an amazing work that he has done. But there's more that we can build to this. There's we don't have to agree with everything he says 100%. If we don't agree with something, we don't agree. But as we can see, like there's so many angles to this. Last time we saw that al-riyah is a plural, so maybe we can look at it as a plural instead. And now we're seeing we can actually look at the functions of the different families and make a distinction in that way. So when we're reading the Quran, we can see, okay, wasa could be because it's family too, and Allah is putting more emphasis on religious and meaningful matters as opposed to awsa. Yeah, that could be an angle as well. That's all part of tadabbur, which is a beautiful thing, to be honest.
There are two more examples on the next page. I think we can quickly do them and it will complete this.
For awsa?
Can you? Yeah, and
I
the
think it's
two
pretty
ayat.
long. Oh, these two ayat.
No.
Okay, yeah. Oh, this,
Yeah,
yeah,
the ayat.
actually, yeah.
Only the ayat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can finish this. So, yeah, so وقال, and he also said, ولقد وصينا الذين أوتوا الكتاب من قبلكم وإياكم أن اتقوا الله. And we advised those we gave the book from before, and وإياكم, and to you as well. We advised you with what? أن اتقوا الله, so that you may have taqwa of Allah, or have taqwa of Allah. So you can see when it comes to taqwa, which is a religious matter, Allah used wasa. That's what he's saying. And this is in Surah An-Nisa. Yeah, good point. Yeah, I think we can end there. No problem, guys. I think we finished the discussion on wasa. So next time when we come back, we're going to start the discussion on awsa and just how he compares that. And we might finish maybe the page as well. Inshallah. We'll see. All right. سبحانك اللهم بحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم
وعليكم
السلام
السلام
وعليكم
ورحمة
السلام.
الله.
وعليكم السلام. جزاك الله خير كثيرا. May
إياكم
Allah keep you
جزاكم
safe
الله
and
خير. آمين يا رب.
sound out.